Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and if you can see by the title, we will be talking about how to be the best version of your motherfucking self. Now, I love making girl talk videos because I just love talking. I haven't made a girl talk video. I think the last girl talk video I made was the red flags one, I think. I'm not sure, but you guys really liked that one specifically. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys want to see more girl talks, because I'll start filming them more like frequently. So I wrote down 11 points in my notes section about what I want to talk about and how to just be the best version of yourself. I feel like me following these points has definitely upgraded my life, and I feel like such a better person. I feel like I have my shit together in some way. I mean, I still have a long way to go. I'm still young, but for the age I'm at right now, I'm satisfied about everything that's going on, the road that I'm on, and I mentally, physically, I feel fucking fantastic most of the time, because I can get burned out a little bit, but we'll dive into that. We'll dive into that. But before we start this video, if you're new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos. I don't want to make this intro too long, so let's just get straight into this video. And these are all like things that I do in my own personal life. If there's some other things that you guys do that you feel like may make you a better individual, then leave them down in the comments. I'm very curious. Like, I would love to try new things. So the first one is let go and heal from past trauma you may have experienced. We're starting off on a deep one, y'all. I feel like me letting go of shit that I had no control over, and shit that was like tearing at my heart and my mind, shit that I was like, just a lot of like shit I was going through. And it was really hard for me to like move on and accept the things that have happened in my life. It took me a long time to accept it, and I feel like once I accepted it and I healed from it and I realized that's it, that's life, shit's gonna happen, and that's just it. Like, once I realized that, I feel like I was able to like move on and grow and meet new people. Like, it may take you a couple weeks to get over some shit, it might take you a couple years to get over some shit, and that is okay. But just know, once you let go and you heal from that shit, life will be better and you will become the best motherfucking version of yourself. I promise you that. Move on to the next one. Start making self-care a part of your everyday routine. This one is really, really fucking important, because I feel like, well, I still do this. I feel like a lot of people, like, they're big on just like work. I have to work, I have to be productive if I want to get to this step and I want to reach my goal and blah blah. Like, yes, like, work is very important, but it's also really important to, like, you know, slow down and just like implement those self-care things to like make sure that you are also enjoying your life, because like, you don't want to just be working trying to make X amount of money for your whole life and not implement like these things to like make you happy, like hobbies, and like buying this bag you've been thinking about, or getting Starbucks in the morning, or sleeping in a little bit longer than usual. Like, I feel like people, when they think of self-care, they're thinking like, oh, getting my nails done, getting my hair done, taking a bath, pampering myself. And of course those are all self-care things, but it could also be like little things like, oh, sleeping in an extra hour, or getting Starbucks in the morning because you know it makes your day, you know, better and you feel happier. Like, it could be little things like that, but definitely implement self-care things. If it's not every day, like every other day. I'm trying to start doing that, especially the sleeping in. Like, I just feel like sleeping in is so, I'm gonna get to that. That's another point that I'm gonna be talking about, so I won't go too deep into it. But sleeping in when you can, of course. Like, sometimes people can't sleep in, but like when you can, take full advantage of that opportunity, because like you won't always be able to sleep in. So, and you'll be able to work better, of course, too, I feel like, personally, for me. So definitely implement those self-care things, and just don't always force work in your head, because like, again, that's how people burn out. When you take care of yourself, like physically and mentally, opportunities start rolling in. You're able to do more things that you probably weren't able to do before. Mentally, like, yes, that is definitely like the biggest key factor in like being a better person, and like being in the right headspace to like do these certain things, like getting opportunities and stuff like that. But I feel like physically is just as important, because when you feel good in your body, and I'm not just saying appearance, just like physically, like doing yoga or like doing a 30-minute workout or Pilates or something like that. Like, implement those self-care tips. That's all I'm gonna say. Create a stable and productive routine. Routine is not for everyone, and I understand that there's a lot of people that don't like routine. It gets boring for them, but I'm gonna tell you what works for me. And I'm telling you, routine has definitely helped me grow and stay on track of certain shit. Like, every Sunday I open my planner and I plan out exactly what I'm gonna have to work on this week, whether it's academic shit or content stuff. Like, I always sit down, plan out my whole week, plan out, like, you know, the days I have to go to work, the days I'm working out, even though that usually stays the same every week. But just having that routine for me, I'm able to like really stay productive that way, because it is a lot sometimes to be like working and then worrying about school and then staying on a strict video schedule and then also going to the gym 3 times a week. Like, it can be a bit much sometimes, and I definitely feel burned out sometimes. But I feel like if I didn't have that schedule of like shit I had to do each day, of course I make days for like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, spend a little bit more time like relaxing. Like, of course I make days for that when I can. Like, if I know I have a couple tests coming up, then like I'll just sacrifice that time and I'll just try again next week to like relax and stuff like that. But having that schedule really helps me, because if I didn't have it, I would be all over the place. I would probably be behind on multiple shit, and I wouldn't be as productive either if I didn't. Like, I'm telling you, y'all, getting a planner has been the best thing that I have ever done. Like, I love my planner. I use it religiously. I know some people, like, they buy planners, they use it for a couple weeks and that's it. No, I actually use my planner every day. I open that shit up and I see what I have to do. Like today I had to do stats homework, I had to film this video, I have to make TikToks because I haven't pre-filmed any TikToks, and then I also have to film another video for another video I'm making after this. So I have it all laid out because I feel like me being productive and me like continue to work hard in school, working out to make sure I stay in shape, healthy, and like my content to grow my following and to grow my audience and to just, you know, better like my hobby skills, really, because I feel like the more I film and the more that I edit, like I get better and better every time. Me just doing all these things and staying on track, like it really helps me grow as an individual and makes me see clearly about like what I see myself doing in another like 5 years, for example. If you don't feel like your life is as busy, like I do a lot of things, so like I have to stay organized, but if you don't work or you don't create content, like you don't have to have a routine, but I think you should have like a balance of or idea of like the shit you have to get done, if that makes sense, in order for you to stay productive. Next one is like kind of what I was talking about earlier. Take time to rest and relax to avoid burning out. You guys know I'm in college. It's very hard not to get burned out. Sometimes on days where like this is a lighter week for me, I don't have to do a whole bunch of studying. But when I don't have to do a whole bunch of studying, I have this bad habit of like jamming everything in one day, or like those couple of days to like do extra content, pick up an extra shift or something like that, which I shouldn't do all the time, because like sometimes I be so burnt out that like I'm not able to perform certain things to the best of my ability. So that's why I'm practicing this one. I was writing all these points I wanted to talk about, and I was like, you know what, I should talk about this one because I feel like this is one of them that I actually do need to start working on. Again, me being in college, is kind of hard to like not feel burnt out and take days to relax, because I'm in college, I work. I can't relax all the time as much as I want to, but when you can, like if there's days I know that I don't have to study that much, or I'm off at work, like usually if I'm like off on a day that I usually work, I'll be like, oh, like I'll take the shift. But like I'm gonna stop doing that, because honestly, like I need time for myself. I need to relax, I need to regroup. Long fucking week staying up late, like that's a lot on your body, and like I said, you won't be able to perform to the best of your ability. The next thing is to be responsible with your money and save. Oh, see, it's so hard for me to apply this to my life because I actually have a shopping addiction. Like I really think I have a shopping problem. Like I just am constantly buying stuff. Sometimes I do need it, sometimes it's just wants, sometimes it's just like, oh, this is cute, let me get it. But like I am getting better though, because I do have a savings account. I'm not telling you guys how much is in my savings account, but I do have a savings account. I put money away in my savings account, so I'm actually trying to implement that in my life, that yes, you need to save. You're not going to be able to, like, you know, live off your parents' money and stuff like that for the rest of your life. You're gonna have to, like, you know, pay your own rent soon, pay your own car note soon. You're gonna have to do all these things. So now I'm trying to, like, really focus on, like, you know, saving. I feel like that's another reason why I work so much, is because, like, I see this life for me, and I really want to, like, when I get my first, like, own place, like, just me living there, and I get my car and everything, like, I want to make sure things are done right, and I want to make sure that it's things that I want. I don't want to just settle for shit. So that's why I feel like I do that. But I feel like saving money is really important at this age. Like, of course you're young, live it up and stuff, but also be responsible at the same time. Like, this is why this being credit card debt, and no, I don't mean like a little debt, like, because, you know, I still have to pay off some, not some, I have like one credit card, but just be responsible. Like, I don't have to buy those shoes just because I don't have it in this color, and I don't have to get this fast food right now, this McDonald's, or actually McDonald's is cheap, so I don't count that. But I don't have to get, what's the expensive food? Expensive fast food place. Chick-fil-A, I don't know if it's just here, but Chick-fil-A prices have been going up, and I'm like, ain't no fucking way. But anyway, that's besides the point. Maybe it's just because I'm in DC. But you don't have to spend that money just because you don't feel like cooking. Just cook the food in your house. Especially, that be blowing me. Like, I be buying fast food, but like, I have food in the house to cook. I just be lazy and I don't want to cook it. That's besides the point. Saving money and being responsible with money helps a lot with being a better version of yourself, because, like, if you are in a situation where you can't afford certain things, or like you're not financially stable, then like you won't be able to be the best version of yourself. I feel like financial freedom has a lot to do with growth and growing. Maybe you're able to grow as an individual, mentally and even physically, without not being financially stable. But I feel like the more financial freedom you have, the more, like, you're able to do more for yourself. Well, I feel like that's common sense. You'll be able to do more for yourself, and, you know, more opportunities will roll in. The next point I have is working out. I touched on this a little bit earlier. Working out is amazing. I love working out. I feel like I get in, like, these places where I'm just like, oh, I really don't want to go to the gym today, or I really just don't feel like doing this today. But, like, honestly, I really push myself. I really push myself, and, like, ever since I've been seeing results, and, like, people tell me, like, damn girl, what you be doing in the gym, like, that motivates me to, like, go every day. Because when other people are noticing, like, I notice too, but, like, not that much compared to other people, but, like, when other people notice, that just makes me feel like damn, like, I'm really doing something, and I just feel so good. Like, I feel so much stronger. I'm still working on eating healthy. I'm not that good at eating healthy, but honestly, now that I look at it, when I, like, eat, like, I don't eat a lot. Like, I eat, like, maybe twice a day. Maybe I'll eat a snack, even though I haven't been really eating snacks. I just drink a lot of juice and ginger ale, which isn't good. I basically feel great because I'm working out, and then, like, I feel like working out also, like, takes me out of, like, the real world for a second. Like, I'm just, like, in the zone, listening to my music, lifting these weights, feeling strong and feeling confident. Like, I just feel working out has made me feel so much more confident in, like, myself and in my body and everything. So I feel like you don't even have to be, like, lifting weights. Like, you could do Pilates, or if you don't want to pay $500 for a Pilates class, because I certainly don't, you can do home workouts for 30 minutes. You could walk on the treadmill for an hour. You can go on walks outside. You can go on jogs. You can do kickboxing to spice it up, or go dancing, Zumba or whatever. Like, there's so many, or yoga. There's so many things you could do to, like, stay in shape, but also just, like, mentally better yourself. Definitely working out and staying active definitely does help a lot with your mental health. One is stop staying up late. I know it's hard, and it's hard for me, but listen, get off TikTok. Stop watching that YouTube video. Finish that episode the next day, but stop staying up late. I feel like staying up late has definitely, like, fucked up my whole sleeping schedule, and I'm feeling a lot more tired. Even if I get nights where I sleep for 8 full hours, I still feel tired, and I think that's because I'm staying up late regardless. Like, if I have to wake up at 9 and I go to sleep at like 1, I still technically get like 8 hours of sleep, but that's still pretty late to be going to sleep. So that's why I feel like it's important, like I was touching on before, like if you're tired and you're drained and you're burnt out for not getting enough sleep, then you're not going to be able to be productive. You're not going to be able to do these certain things that you want to do. Like maybe you had to work out the day and now you can't work out, and now you're missing a day because you decided to stay up until 2 o'clock in the morning. See? And of course we're all humans. We're gonna have those days when we want to be lazy. I have those days that I want to be lazy too all the time, especially of lately. But it can't be like a habit. It can't be like a routine that like, okay, well, I stayed up late again, I guess I'm not gonna do my homework, or I'm not gonna go to the gym. Like, no. You won't grow and you won't become a better individual when you have this mindset of like, I'll try again next week, or I'll work on it next week, I'll catch up on my work tomorrow. Like, you can't have that mindset. Stop going to sleep so late. Go to sleep at a decent time. At least I feel like the latest midnight. That's even late to be going to sleep. I feel like 10:30 is like the sweet spot. Like I feel like you'll be energized in the morning if you go to sleep at 10:30. Like I'm just giving a little advice. Like you don't have to follow it, but I'm just saying I think you'll feel a lot better. Next one is be consistent in your hobbies. The more you keep doing certain things, the better you're gonna get at it. Like I was just talking about the YouTube thing. Like I've been doing YouTube for a long time now, and I've definitely seen the improvements in like my editing and the quality of my work, and just like my thumbnails, like how I'm speaking, the way I'm speaking, what I'm talking about. Like I've seen a lot of like growth in that, and I feel like I will keep getting better as I continue to do YouTube. And I love YouTube, you guys know. Like I'm here to stay. I would love to make YouTube content creating, influencing everyone, people, my audience, a full-time thing. But you don't even have to, it doesn't have to in that situation. Like for example, skateboarding. Like skateboarding could be like a hobby that you really enjoy, but not necessarily that can be a full-time thing, like a job or anything like that. If you stay consistent in skateboarding, or playing an instrument, or singing, or anything like that, like if you stay consistent in those things, then like just think about this for a second on like a business, college level. Some of these hobbies can be implemented in like your everyday life, and just like things you may want to do in the future. Like, I'll use me for example. Even if I don't do YouTube full time, I still will be able to implement what I'm doing now into my future advertising, or like any type of social media management or anything like that. Like I'll be able to do that because like I've been doing social media for so long. I've been consistent in my hobby. I've been learning new things, learning new tricks, learning new tactics and skills and all of the above and everything, because I stay consistent with my hobby. I enjoy what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. So I feel like that will definitely help and play a role in my future, even if it doesn't become full-time. But I just feel like being consistent in whatever you love to do can be very beneficial to your life. And the next one is to study. Studying can be so draining sometimes. Oh my god. Especially when you have like 3 tests in like 1 week. That means you're studying for 3 tests, and like sometimes a subject or a class alone, like there's like studying for them could be 2 hours. So now you're studying for like 6 hours a day. And just imagine you trying to go to the gym and work. Like, oh my god, like every time I think about it I just get sick, because I'm like, damn, I hate those. Be like the worst weeks for me. But studying is so beneficial, and it'd be so worth it to me, because then when I see that grade I'm like, oh my god, thank god, like it was worth it staying up so late, because I crave academic validation. So like whenever I see these grades I'm like, okay, that was worth it. It was worth it. But study again, being consistent and studying like the shit that you need to study, get done over your notes. Like it doesn't even have to be like studying like when there's a big test. It could just be you looking over your notes every day, like after your class, if you don't understand something, or just to like memorize it a little bit better, especially if this is something that you're going to be doing in the future, like in your career and stuff like that. So I definitely think studying is something you should definitely implement in your routine to better yourself and get ready for, and the more knowledge, the more opportunities. So y'all should listen to me. I keep forgetting this camera be timing out after 30 minutes, which is so annoying. But anyway, like I was saying, it's so important to spend time with your family, spend time with your friends. The times that you can do it, I know it's hard, especially like me being an introvert, and I feel like a lot of the times, like, I'll work so hard and whatever I'm doing, and then like when I do have free time, I just want to sleep. But sometimes I just need to put my rest aside. Even though I was just preaching to you guys how you should get 8 more hours of sleep and you should stop going to sleep late, even though I said that, sometimes you need to sacrifice those times to spend time with your friends and keep those relationships close and keep building those connections and growing that relationship with that individual. Because if it's always about work all the time, then those people will just not want to hang out with you anymore, because you're just working all the time. And like, yes, everyone's busy, everyone's in college, everyone's doing their own thing, but like, I feel like even if you can hang out, just check up on them, say, hey, how are you doing, what's up, how was your day, stuff like that. Just keeping that connection close. The only reason I don't be going out as much as I used to, because I be tired, and also it's so expensive. Like, every time I go out, I be blowing money that like I wasn't supposed to be blowing. So I'm just like, see, this is why I stay inside. Being around good people, people that motivate you to do good things and better yourself, and like they're on like the similar, they don't even have to be on a similar path, but like similarly motivated as you, work driven and passionate, not bad influences. Being around and surrounding yourself with good people, good things will come to you. And the last thing we will talk about, I've been talking for 30 minutes straight, oh my god, I mean that. Don't get too comfortable and take a risk. As someone who is so comfortable, like, I get in this thing where I get so comfortable, I just don't want to leave. I don't want nothing to change. I don't want nothing. I want everything to stay the same. It's kind of like my routine thing. I think that's why routine works for me, and I'm a Taurus. I think that's why I like that. And you guys can be like, oh, she's blaming on zodiac signs, but like, I truly believe in that zodiac shit. Like, people be like, oh my god, that you're a Sagittarius, but like, no girl, I'm just a Sag rising. But like, that's besides the point. Now I'm talking about zodiac signs, but no, I just feel like me being a Taurus, like, that's just like installed in me. Like, I don't like change. Like, most Tauruses don't like change. They're big on routine. Like, that's just how it is. But I feel like being comfortable, like, you limit yourself of anything really. You're not allowing yourself to grow and like branch out. What's that saying people say? It was like, be comfortable being uncomfortable, or be willing to be uncomfortable, some along those lines. But basically, I'm trying to say that there's so many things that I've done over the past 2 years. I look back and I'm like, damn, the Sapphire in like 2020 or 2019 would have never done some shit like that. She was too shy. She would never speak in front of people. Like, I'm able to like make speeches in front of people now. Like, I couldn't imagine doing that a couple years ago. Like, or like these companies that I've been able to work with, and just like these opportunities that I've been able to get with being vocal, that I do YouTube, like posting on my social media that like, hey, I do YouTube, I'm a YouTuber, go check out my stuff. Like, I couldn't imagine in a million years like me doing something like that. Me stepping out of my comfort zone and realizing that like, I won't grow unless I put myself sometimes in these uncomfortable situations, and that's okay. Like I want to better myself. I want to do big things in the future, and I won't be able to do that if I just stay in my comfort zone. That is it for today's video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. Mwah.
Baby, I need to know